Okay, everybody, sports level 2, 3, boom. Okay, everybody, sports level 2, 3, boom.
Right.
Today, thank you, Denny. Today we'll be discussing sports in general. We'll be talking about sports, players, teams, and events, and we'll be giving our opinion on sports and sporting events. Before that, Denny, important question: how are you doing?
Pretty good. A little sleepy, but good today. How about you?
As usual, I'm on top of the world. Thank you.
It's great.
Yeah. Now let's start off with a little bit about some sports in general. Who is a famous sports person from your country?
A famous sports person from Australia would be, well, from what I know, Leighton Hewitt. He's
Hewitt.
Famous Australian tennis player from a long time ago.
Ah, yes, I think I remember him. Long time ago, late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s, and he had the come on kind of pose.
That's right, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is he now?
In Australia. Where exactly? I have no idea. I think he's a commentator.
He's a commentator, so he's retired now, right?
Yep.
All right, and what are some famous sports teams from your country?
Famous sports teams for the national team for rugby. We call them the Wallabies. They played in the World Cup, and so they're very, very famous. And another example would be the Socceroos, the Australian soccer team.
The Socceroos.
Yeah.
So the Australians like to name their teams after animals.
Yeah, because it's very identifiable for everyone else.
Same as Japan does, like Samurai Japan.
Yeah.
Or Samurai Blue, I suppose. Which sports have originated in Australia?
I only know of one, and that is the Australian Football League, which is AFL. We call it AFL. It's really similar to rugby, but not as rough as rugby. There's a lot of kicking involved in AFL.
I see. Yes, I think I watched it when I was in Australia. It looked kind of rough. But yeah, I don't really know the rules. Okay, so what are the main benefits of doing sports?
The main benefits? Well, sports, it's obviously good exercise.
Right.
It helps with cardiovascular health, which is for your heart. And it also promotes team play and socializing, which is really important. Yeah.
Also, yeah, I think so. I mean, I like going to the gym, and the gym that I go to is always, I mean, it's mainly for exercise, but I've made a few friends there, and a few contacts there, so it's a great thing, isn't it? Yeah. Now, you yourself, Denny, I think you're a sporty guy. What kind of sports do you like to do?
Sports that I like to do nowadays would be cycling and boxing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I do weightlifting, but it's not really a sport.
So, where and when do you practice boxing?
Boxing, I actually practice only at home at the moment with a VR headset.
Yep.
But in the future, I will be signing up for a gym so I can practice better technique and punching power, things like that. So
that sounds pretty cool. Do you think you would like to try a match in the future?
Probably with safety helmets, because while I am really interested in it, I'm not interested in having a concussion, which is what happens when you get hit a little too hard in a boxing match.
Yeah, my nose used to be a lot straighter before I started kickboxing too, so yeah.
Well, there you go, yeah.
Yeah. You have a nice face, Denny. Don't waste it.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. I'm trying to take care of it as much as I can.
It's not easy. Have you ever taken part in a sports competition, meet, race, match, or anything like that?
Yes, when I was younger, I used to practice Taekwondo as a sport, and I did a little bit of that. And I also played a little bit of soccer, and I entered some tournaments, but we didn't do very well.
Yes, when I was a child, I had no option in my hometown but apart from to do judo. So I did that for a few years, and I entered one or two competitions, and I failed miserably at that. So, but there you go.
Judo's hard.
Judo was very hard. Yeah. Do you have what sports teams or players do you admire the most?
I don't really admire teams much because I don't watch too many sports personally, but there are a lot of sports players that I really like.
Yep.
Especially in combat sports like boxing. I'm a really big fan of Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather.
Me too. I love both those fighters. They are fantastic. Yeah. How do you feel about the upcoming Olympics, Denny? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm interested in it. I don't watch the Olympics much, but I think it's important that we start to move forward and do things like that because it increases everyone's spirit, makes everyone a little bit more positive, and I think it'll be a really good thing for everyone to see because athletes are amazing people. They work really, really hard, and they deserve to be seen doing the things they do.
Right, they deserve some recognition there.
Yeah.
I think that Australia hosted the Olympics back in 2000?
Yes, the 2000 Olympics.
2000 Olympics, right? Was that generally a good or a bad thing for your country or for your city?
I was really young at the time, but it was really good. And I remember it was really busy because I actually lived maybe like 15 minutes from the Olympic Stadium. I didn't live far from there. So there were a lot of people around all the time.
That's cool. That's very good. Yeah, I was there 2002, I think I was there, and people were still kind of talking about it. So yeah, it must have had a big impact.
Yeah, it was huge.
Denny, thank you very much. It's been nice talking to you as usual. And see you all in the next video.
See you later.